How is going the festival? Are you happy?
I'm so happy. I mean, it's so lovely. It's always so good to meet the fans. Of course, being here right after the renewal is insane. The energy is crazy. And I mean, Barcelona, can we hear the birds chirping? It's just gorgeous.
It's your first time in Barcelona?
Yes,
Yeah.
it is.
Awesome. uh, do you think this kind of festival and series are necessary to give visibility to the LGTB collective?
Totally. I mean, I think any underrepresented group needs extra help, but also in the sense of this is a way for communities to form and people to meet friends and find each other and network and find new shows that they might love. So it's also, aside from it being very important, it's also just so much fun.
And do you think it's enough, or we need more
More festivals?
festival?
I think
or
there's obviously
series?
more stuff that needs to happen. I think the industry is definitely taking a step forward and helping. I think we also need to change legislature. We need to open minds in plenty of countries that don't have very open minds at all, and that all takes time. As far as I'm concerned, and the industry is all that I really know and can help with. I think having events like this where people get to meet us and having shows where LGBTQ people are series regulars is so important.
Is affecting this visibility that your TV show or series give you affecting in your life?
I mean, not really. It's very interesting. People are like, "You're famous," and I'm like, "No." I never really get recognized. Maybe once, twice a month, if that. I look apparently very different than Elena, and I don't wear the glasses.
Yeah.
But when I'm at the gym or half my hair up is when people tend to recognize me because I look so much younger. But it hasn't affected much, really. I mean, I get to do really incredible things like this, and I get to audition for projects that are a little bit bigger, which is really fun. But no, my life has stayed pretty calm.
Okay. Do you like social medias?
I have a love-hate relationship with social media. I think it can do incredible things. I also think it can do horrible things. And I think there needs to be more guidelines. I think the platforms need to step up a little bit more than they do to remove harmful content. I think that the way that we use social media should be taught from a very young age, because it's so hard when you're 10 years old to understand that everything that you put out there is going to be out there forever. And then it can affect you for the rest of your life. But a 10-year-old can't understand that. So I just think now that it's a fact that we have social media, it should be taught. And also, but it is great in certain aspects, being able to see other artists or being able to see presidents or diplomats or stuff like that making moves and wanting to help. It's also very inspiring. So it's hard. It's a love-hate.
Yeah, love-hate.
Yeah.
Do you think the woman characters are changing now?
Yes and no. Not as fast as I would
love
like
and
them
hate.
to. Yeah, I mean, there's definitely more characters that are layered and interesting and are not just the typical ingenue or female roles. However, in my personal experience, I tend to audition for stuff that's not as layered. Not to say there aren't the few auditions that I'm like, this is dope, but maybe it's also that I'm so spoiled to be on a show like One Day at a Time with somebody like Norman Lear, who's been fighting for equality and showing humans as deep layered beings for so long, that I get to be a character that's really dope, and I get to be around other people that get to be characters that are so interesting. So then when I get an audition for a cheerleader that's like, oh my god, Chad is so hot, I'm like, really? What does she want to do? What does she do outside of school? I don't want to talk about Chad anymore. Let's talk about other things.
And have you got some ideas to change this paper of the women's and the collective too?
I mean, listen, if I had real solid ideas, I would have already changed shit. I think it begins with all of us. It's very hard as actors because we have to pay the bills. So we do have this responsibility of choosing our roles and making sure that we are choosing roles that represent that community and that person positively and accurately and in a layered way that's not stereotyped, especially if you're representing POC or LGBTQ or communities that are already underrepresented. But then there's the fact that we have to pay the bills. So it's rough. I think if you have the luxury of having savings or being a series regular or whatever it is, then you should pick your roles carefully, and make sure that you are choosing to be characters that mean something. And also, once you are in that position of power, you get to have opinions and talk to producers and talk to directors and be like, I don't like that. They won't always listen, but just introducing those ideas to people makes the clock start ticking and makes them open their mind a little and realize that there's other stories to be told. So, yeah.
Okay, do you have some words for our fans, for your fans?
I love you guys, and thank you for hashtag Save ODAT. You guys did this. We would not have had a fourth season if it wasn't for you. Thank you for the endless support and love, not only for me, but all the incredible women that are here. And thank you for having me.
Thank you.
Cool.